So recently we talked about how we could use old technology like Iden Nextel phones as emergency communication. I actually had quite a few of them that I put away for a rainy day, and I think they were sitting in my storage area box for about 5 years without charge, and I charged them just for this video. And the only thing is with these phones, I doubt you'd be able to provision a SIM card for these phones, unless you're really like an engineer. You could probably provision them and register them on a network, but um, I have them just the way they are. I use them as kind of like their emergency communication devices, and the way I have them set up is for, like, for instance, you go camping or something. Man, they cover, without, like, in rural areas, they cover about 10 miles with line of sight, and then you like the urban areas is somewhere around 5 miles. The radio signal that goes through these ident devices are encrypted, and they go on some type of a frequency hop. So um, I got these, you know, this too, so I could show them to you really quick. I don't know if I can get the. There you go. So gonna show this to you. See if and they still work. That's just a short demonstration. I mean, you can actually, if you get a phone that had been activated and it was on a network for a user, and um, you can get that battery to charge. And on these things actually are very useful. The ones I have, I had them set up with Bluetooth, and so the device could be in your pocket, and you can actually use the Bluetooth in order to communicate through the device. So no one ever really would see the transmitter; they would just see the Bluetooth. And so, for those folks that work in security fields or some type of construction, and you guys can't afford to buy seven to about $3,000 encrypted radios, this is that, like, cheap option. Uh, it's not a permanent option, in most places, countries, states. There might be some restrictions with using to deploying um, encrypted style radios on a permanent basis. But, like, for instance, if this is just for a short time, you're doing it for an event or something, I'm certain you could get away with using these devices as an emergency tool. Um, so these are my thoughts with it, and this is how I thought of it in the future, at least. Um, I actually thought I bought them real cheap, like on eBay. I actually thought that they weren't going to work anymore, but they actually work still after being in storage for 5 years. So this is just something you can use, a tool, as an emergency backup, just in case everything goes to hell and you need some type of way of communicating between parties, people, within your group or your team. Thank you for listening to me.